Hi and welcome to my playhouse, and today we're gonna be messing with this robot lawnmower battery that had decided to kill itself over winter. If you didn't see the last video, which was kind of a disappointment because I thought I could repair the battery, probably still could, but I don't really think it's worth the effort. They keep swallowing up, so I got pretty irritated about that. Just fixed one and two other swallowed up, and this one is just awkward. It has short-circuited itself. So I'm gonna be switching to 18650s, and I have been doing a little bit. I've picked a nice color here. We are going with pink for the robot. It's I don't know, pink. And I found a lot of cells that was over 2000 milliamp hours each. And so I'm gonna be checking all the batteries, and we're gonna put them in some order, and we are gonna make a battery for the robot lawnmower. So let's go to the table and see how I'm gonna do this. So the robot uses 24 volts. This is the box for it. There used to be two small lead acid batteries in here in series. We're gonna go with this setup instead. And in the last video I checked that it would fit here, and it does. It fits very well. It's gonna be able to go on there, and it's gonna be awesome, I hope. Yeah. These are lithium ion cells, and the cell is the 18650. The voltage of these are somewhere between 3 volts and 4.2 volts when they're good. They can be discharged all the way down to almost 0 volts and still be relived. And to get up to 24 volts, we're going to be putting 7 batteries in a row or in series. And we're going to be reusing the BMS that was on the last system. I hope this is still good. We're going to find that out when we try to use it. Still have some super glue or hot glue from last time. That sticks really well. But I'm gonna line up all the batteries and check that they have a good voltage. They have been sitting charged for about half a year. So if any of them are too low, it might mean that we have a bad battery that will self-discharge. And having 4 cells in parallel here, it means that one battery that will self-discharge will pull the whole roll down, and we'll get into trouble if it does that. So I've lined up all the batteries, and we're gonna measure the voltage on them. I expect that everything should be over 3 volts, 4.14, 4.15, 4.4. That was quite amazing. All of these batteries are perfectly fine. Everything is over 4 volts, even after sitting for approximately 6 months. So I'm gonna line them up from capacity, and we'll do something really easy here. So this battery has been tested. First I've discharged them. First I've charged them, and then I've discharged them on one of these smart chargers over here, and they have been discharged with 500 milliamp hours. See how long they could do that, and the amount of power inside of them has been registered, and I've put it on a piece of paper here, a piece of tape. And so now I've put them in order from the biggest capacity to the smallest capacity, and that's because we have to balance this. It's when we have 7 cells in series, it's not good to have 4 cells up here of the highest capacity and 4 cells here of the lowest capacity. We have to have about the same capacity in all of these. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna start from the highest capacity, and I'm gonna put that this way down here, that way, and then I'm gonna go 1 roll down and go that way up again. That way the highest capacity will be together with the lowest capacity of the next one, and it should kind of, it's not gonna be 100% accurate, but it's gonna be bloody easy. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna just go do that. Funny enough, everything in the first roll is 2500 milliamp hours. So now we're down to 2400 milliamp hours. Now we're down to 2300 milliamp hours. I have a lot of these batteries. I could go and nitty picky every single best one. I don't really mind using some of the middle range batteries for this. So there. I reckon that is good. Okay, I just added the number of one of the rolls, and we are gonna get a battery with a capacity of about 9.6 amp hours. Awesome. 24 volts, 9.6 amp hours, more or less. So I'm using these plastic things. You might have seen these. They are very regularly used. They come in different sorts. This is a 4x5, and I have bought some singles here as well that I have put on, so you can make it as big or small as you want. And what I've done, I have extended this one, which is a 4x5, to become a 4x7, which is what we need for this. And these are widely available in your local China shop. At least that's where I get them. I order them from China. So now I have one for the top as well, so that goes on here. It's always a bit fun to get that on, so I'll mess with that. It's actually a couple of days later, and I've been cheating. I've been working without you. Besides the bloody pump over here. Yeah, it wanted to ruin my shots again, so I let it pump this time, and I soldered this together to become one big battery. So it's kind of awesome. If you compare it, like this Ryobi battery, it has 5 cells inside of it, I believe. Isn't that right? This is a 1.4 amp hour, so it's not a big battery, but it has, I do believe it's 5 cells. I really forget. Yeah, it must be 5 cells. And this one has 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28 cells. So it's far more powerful than a Ryobi battery. This was 1.4 amp, and this is like 2.3-ish amps, I guess. There are cells that are under, there are cells that are over, and combined these cells were, no, I think I calculated it to be about 9.6 amp hour for this 24 volt battery. Really a lot of power in that battery. I did also find something else that was interesting. If you follow my channel, you know that I'm a big Ryobi fan, and Ryobi has a Robot Lawn Mower, a 36 volt Robot Lawn Mower, and I was drooling over this. It's in 3 versions. It's this one can handle 800 square meters, then there is 1200 square meters and 3000 square meters, and I don't have that big a lawn, so I could use the little one, but it's still like $1,200. So yeah, I'm gonna be fixing this. We need to put this balancer back on, and it comes with this ribbon cable here. Ribbon? I don't know. And it needs to go on in the right order. And so I was messing with how do I get a computer down here, and I just realized I actually have a printer here now. So I bought this one from AliExpress. I paid $14 for it apparently. and there is drawings to what this can be used for. It has some different stuff that it can do here. It only balances with about 40 milliamps. I hope that is okay. Working current about 15 amps. That is quite a lot when we are talking 24 volts. Even more picture here. We don't really need that. I actually just needed the schematics. So yeah, we need to look at this, and we need to take our wire here and determine that it goes that way. No, it doesn't. It goes that way. And the black wire is the minus, and then we go all the way to plus, and the black goes all the way to the negative of the battery, and the plus goes all the way to the positive. So, okay, so I need to mount this to the negative terminal, which is that one, and then plus minus all the way. So we will be doing that. There is not a lot of room besides the battery here. I think if I really needed to, I'm sure I could fit the BMS right there, but there's plenty of room on top of it, so I think I'll just have the BMS sitting like that somehow. I'll stick it with some hot glue when we get that far. Yeah, back to soldering. And then we need one to go to the other side. And then we need one to go to this plus. So, and the minus lead, that goes to minus on the battery itself. So, let's see, that goes over here. And we have to mount that, put that somewhere down there. I'll solder it somewhere in the middle so that it distributes the power better to the batteries. There is a good spot, I'm sure. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, minus is connected and the plus lead goes directly out, so we are gonna reuse the one that we had. Where did that go? There, it's the plus lead. It will go on the opposite side. And when we are done with that, that's everything that needs to go onto the battery. So when the plus lead is mounted here, we can I'm gonna be putting some tape on the battery here so that I don't accidentally short circuit anything too easily. Not that that can't still happen, but ow, ow. Oh, it's not that bad. There we are. So trying to get this to sit there really nicely. Yes. This one goes, yeah, it goes in there. There is also that temperature sensor that we need to put back on. So we're gonna put a fuse in it again. I have a 30 amp fuse here. Just if something bad should happen, it's a good idea to have a stupid little fuse. I haven't fused every cell. So if one cell goes, it will kind of destroy the battery, and I would have to remove that cell and put in another cell. But yeah, that's how that is right now. So it seems that I have had the fuse on the negative leaf here, so we'll do that again. And we'll put some tape around that. Yeah, these two touching is not preferable, so yeah, So, but I'm gonna make sure that I can see that the fuse is there, like that. And I need this. Let's connect the positive lead. Right now they're just ending right there, so nothing too bad can happen. And let's put a bit of tape around that as well, just so they kind of just stay there. And I want to glue this on here, so I'm gonna go get the glue gun. Did I ever tell you about Ryobi tools? The awesome glue gun from Ryobi? Yeah, I might have. So that is heating up, and we'll glue that to there and take that. So the battery is kind of done. It looks rather awesome. We didn't really measure the voltage on this too. No, I did. I didn't show you, so we better do that. Multimeter here. Dust off the display. Power. Voltage. And we see 28.95 volts. Awesome. We did also see a good voltage on the other battery, the one that I have to exchange. By the way, these cells that was blowing up, they have kind of returned to normal. Not that that changes everything, because I don't trust them when they do that. But I want to try the vacuum cleaner on this. So I have this Ryobi vacuum cleaner here. It's yeah, another Ryobi commercial. It's an 18 volt one, but just want to make sure that it will actually run. So we're gonna put on 28 volts here. Okay, it runs with sparks and everything, so that's a lot of power in that battery. So, oh, that was a nasty one. That drawed a lot of power. So I'll put the LED on here, and we'll go try this in the lawnmower. I had this upside down, but it was raining. You don't want electronic down here to get wet. There. Oh, I do hope this works. Otherwise we're screwed. Yes! Haha! It's alive! Oh, I just did the stupid mistake of double clicking the camera, so I recorded a lot of stuff and wasn't recording, and every time I was not recording, well, I was recording, but it has stopped. It is actually saying down here that the blade is blocked right there, so we need to check up on that, so we'll turn it off. Goodbye. Yes, goodbye. Gonna turn off by himself. Okay, we're gonna hope that it's off, and we're gonna undo this, because I think it's not turning as well as it should. So, but we need the tripod over here. Come on, tripod. This is, by the way, a very cheap Chinese tripod that has been doing very well. So yeah, there is that. So let's see what we have beneath this. I don't believe I've had this off ever. So, but I could feel like there are some strings of something that have gotten in there. Okay, is that it? I don't think that's it. We'll have to think that that's it. We don't have any other options right now. Well, let's see how it does. Maybe the grass is just too long. Maybe it's just having difficulties because of that. And it shouldn't really be this long, so. It didn't take long for it to get stuck again, and I just checked. These blades are not sharp at all, so I do believe that we're gonna cheat, and we're gonna start the season off with some new blades for it, just because we do actually have these laying around. And I just went ahead and I loosened all of these so that yeah, they were kind of stuck there. So I have some in this bag, 2. So we're gonna put the used one back in that bag, and I can sharpen those up again. It usually breaks some blades along the way, but yeah, it is really meant so that you can use the blade on 4 sides, which is kind of awesome that you can do that. If it doesn't break on something, which it though usually does, it hits some rock or it does something, and the blade will destroy itself. Any ones? These are not too expensive, but they do charge a little bit extra for blades to a lawnmower compared to blades to a Stanley knife or something like that. But the screws are also kind of getting worn. I'm still able to get them on and off, but actually new screws are also supplied, and I do believe that next time I think I want to start replacing the screws, because it was kind of difficult to get these off. There. Let's see if new blades was the thing we needed. And we press 0 to have it start again. What? That's just stupid. And it just says goodbye. Really? Come on. Okay, changing the blades definitely did help, but it's still having difficulties with the tall grass. So what I've done, I have in here in the engine department, it looks like an engine cap, there is this to set how much it cuts. If we look at the other side of it, let's see if we can get a picture of that. When I turn that around, this will go in and out. Now it's going out, so it's cutting more. And I can... Okay, it doesn't go very well. And we can set it to a minimum so that it's not gonna cut as much. So we're gonna try that and see if we have more luck with this. Blades blocked. Press 0. Close to start. So yeah, lawnmower is working again. It's probably gonna try and cut all of that too, so it's gonna have a hard time doing that, but I'm gonna be allowing it to cut down all of this, because I rather just want the grass. Okay, so it's actually doing really well right now, and I have just mounted this management system over here for managing the robot lawnmower. and it's a one-man job, and it's fully automated, and you just manage it. I am definitely going to be changing to the management role, but we are going to be doing some improvement to the robot lawnmower over the summer. I had this flexible solar panel that Banggood sent me this winter, which I wasn't really able to do a very good review on, show it to you. So I'm gonna be expanding the solar powered robot lawnmower system with this flexible solar panel, which is 100 watts. The one that we are using right now is 50 watts. Well, let's see what happens. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again managing the robot lawnmower in the garden. Have a nice day. Bye bye.